Hey everyone. It's been a while since I've made one of these. I went to a tournament last weekend in Minnesota, so I'm gonna be talking about that. But I've also been experiencing some feelings related to like competition and like even existing in the Melee space. Uh, and I just wanted to talk about it in a video rather than do like a big write-up like I usually do. Um, just to like really I feel like it would be better in capturing the emotion of like what I feel like I've been going through. But anyways, we'll get to that. I'm practicing high laser and platform movement, stuff that got me killed in sets that have happened this week. So that's what I'll be doing in the background. Uh, yeah, so it's like 50 days into the challenge at the time of recording this, which is crazy. It's quite a bit of time. But I went to a tournament in Minnesota. I think this is the first time um, I've gone to an event that is like for like top 100 qualification purposes. It's a pretty big tournament. There were like 7 of the top 100 players from last year. Just Midwest players: Ginger, Preeminent, Ben, Lowercase Heroes, Slowking, Lexor, Joey Donuts, and some other good Midwest players. So yeah, I was there to in hopes of maybe picking up a few wins, but it was also like a cool excuse to go see my friends from there. I'm pretty good friends with Preeminent, Lowercase Hero, uh, and it was cool to talk to Ginger. I've been talking in his stream a bunch. It's always nice to talk to him at events. And also, uh, I don't really talk much online with Dave, but it's Slow King. I don't know, I'm doing the first name thing, but every time we're both at events, we exchange words and play, which I think is cool. Really fun to talk about, and like learn from all the Falcos. Joey Donuts too, can't forget him. But yeah, excuse me, or you'll have to excuse me if I have trouble speaking. I'm like getting over, somehow still getting over a sore throat. I think I don't remember if I made the last vlog after being sick, but yeah. How did my bracket go? So originally I was supposed to play a Jigglypuff player. Tag is Loons, but she ended up DQing from the event. Um, that probably would have been a difficult set because I already lost to her this year, actually, at out of the blue. Um, and Puff hasn't really been a matchup I've been confident in this year. I've been I've just been losing a lot to Khalid, and I think when I played Loons Out of the Blue, I feel like the situations that come up versus Khalid also weren't coming up. Um, that has been a like problem that people who play Khalid frequently have. They play other Puffs, and it's like not really a very adjacent experience. The situations don't play out that way. Anyways, that probably would have been hard, but she DQ'd. So I got to play Ginger. He was the 1 seed of the tournament. Um, and in that set, I ended up taking a game, but I felt like super outclassed on the punish. Like he was like actually like killing me off of every hit, being pretty clean on like tech chases. And upon rewatch, I think the punish gap didn't have to be so big. I noticed in games like 3 and 4 of our set that like I definitely was given an opening, and I just didn't like finish the kill, and then like that ended up biting me pretty hard, and like those games were probably the hardest I got destroyed. Um, so it's like I can definitely like sometimes keep up and getting hits and openings against Like I guess like really good players, but like I think my biggest takeaway was like I was getting like just really um outclassed on the punish. Um and like when Ginger would get a lead, this is something that me and my Falco friends were saying, he was like really good at it's funny to use the term like snowballing because like there's no actual like there's no actual relation to like stock leads, I guess. Like people don't get like stronger like snowball. I don't know. Snowballing is a term that I like associate with like MOBAs or like stuff like that, where it's like people get stronger when they kill you or like when they get advantages. But like yeah, Ginger would like just be really on top of like the invincibility play. Like I would never be in a super good position on off my invincibility, and then like he'd be really good about like ledge dashing or like playing this like ledge mix up, and like there was like a chance that I would just like die trying to like play the situation out. So yeah, that said, I definitely felt like I was super outclassed, and it's like there's no reason to like be like super upset about it. Like Ginger is a top 20 player. Um, it's like arguably not. I hate to talk about it like this, but like if we're talking about like top 100, it's like not like super likely at my level that I'm gonna upset someone like that. Um, but it was a good learning experience. I definitely talked to him about it, and he was like, "We both don't shoot enough lasers," and like, I'm like, "That's probably true." So a lot to think about with that set, even though it wasn't a set that I was like really believing I could win. I don't know, maybe I might change my mind on this like later, like months later. But I think like that was a set that I was just there to learn from, I guess. Um, and then so that was to make for Ginger to make top 8 winners. I went down to play the ninth place match. I played a Peach player local to Minnesota under the tag Jacqueline. And that was a really stressful experience for me because I don't really practice this matchup that much because there's not really a lot of Peach players that are like actively playing on the West Coast. It's, it's really just Aura is like one of the only Peach players like actually like grinding at that like at a high level, and like I don't know, whenever I play him he just kind of destroys me because like he's like also top 20. But like I think the scarcity of the matchup makes it really stressful for me. I like don't really I kind of like have to go off like a game plan that I um like have like come to understand through like video tutorials by like Fiction and Ginger. And I like have to just like kind of think about that and play on the fly really. Because I don't really have a lot of like repetitions practicing the game plan in tournament. But yeah, that was a really stressful one. Lots of like last hit situation or like last stock, last hit situations where I would like. I think game one I was like honestly pretty upset that I um got to a point where it was like 100% to 100% and I ended up losing. I honestly punched the fuck out of my knee. Um, it's just a really stressful character. It's like this character like won't die and like you just need that one hit. That like kind of stuff just happens a lot. But yeah, that was a really close set. Really tight set. I think it was like last hit game 5. And game 5 I was just like really stressed out trying not to get hit by like a or like trying not to like lose the last stock on like a shield grab or like a down smash in the corner. Um, but like while also trying to really just like I feel like my play was just communicating, please give me the kill. I was like doing a lot of stuff like Peach would probably be like somewhere here, like trying to fight her way out of like this space, and I would just be like I would just be doing my like normal or like my trademark shit of just like going on the platforms and like trying to do something like this, waveland top plat to the side platform and like try to like get this bear out. Um, just do stuff like this. But yeah, I ended up winning. I will I will say like it was like it's really stressful to play under conditions like that where it's like a matchup you aren't like super practiced in, and I don't know, in my head this is like probably like definitely showing of like a bad mentality, or like I wasn't like really focused, but I was just thinking it's like um I was like trying to get myself to like focus up a little more and like be a little more present. I was like, but it might ended up like being like I feel like it may be a little toxic to myself. I was just thinking thoughts like um you have to focus up. You like flew all this way and like spent all this money to be here. Um, you like just need to beat this Peach and like set yourself up for to be in a position like this is for like the road to top 100 stuff, right? And I think I don't know. It definitely I feel like I don't need to be that stressed playing Melee. Um, I think I don't know. There's like a balance of like you probably should feel the stress a little bit because like competition is naturally stressful, and if you like care about things, um, you'll obviously feel some. You'll feel more like skewed towards those kinds of emotions, but like um, I feel like I definitely don't need to be as like hard or like pressuring on myself in like that kind of way. Like especially during the set, it'd probably be better to like not like completely disregard emotion, but like ground myself a little more. Acknowledge just like the stress of things, in like a healthier way. But yeah, um, that's that's like my like emotional takeaways of that set. The other takeaways is like I need to find a way to practice speech consistently or like look into it or like do more um like review of other players' games, I guess, if I'm just to like feel more confident in the matchup. And after that, I played Lowercase Hero. I made top 8, which was cool. I like outplaced my seed, but I didn't really. I got a DQ, and um wasn't supposed. I technically wasn't supposed to be there, and I played Jacqueline for top 8, and we were like both supposed to not make top 8. I don't know. Anyways, that's like actually not really important. I don't know why I'm talking about this. But for 7th place, I played Lowercase Hero, and I definitely went into it like thinking about stuff that people were like. I was like talking to Slow King earlier in the day because he played him. He sent him to losers, and he was just like, "Oh, all I have to do against Henry is not get cheesed." And I don't know. That kind of I did like think about that a little, and like, but in a way, it doesn't really like translate that well to me. Or I guess what I'm trying to say is like I think the decision making I made with like that like off that kind of like prompt of like how I should play the set, it didn't really end up working out for me because like I felt a little uncomfortable, and like I didn't really have like a pretty concrete I didn't really have a concrete idea of how I wanted to like defend myself from like getting hit with like because like here's a pretty key interaction was like the round starts, like in game 2 or game 3, he actually just like I started off the match with like laser or drop down laser, um, but I think I like shot it too high or something, and he just kind of like ran at me, double shined, and then shined again, and it's like uh, I I tried to like stop him from getting on top of me, but I just barely or like I just didn't do it, and I got like cheesed anyways. I guess I was like playing into the cheese in that kind of sense. I don't know. Um, maybe that's not like the right way to look at it, but yeah, I had like that thought in mind and like not really anything else. And I definitely didn't think that I was gonna like automatically win, but I feel like maybe there was like a part inside of me that like felt a lot more comfortable um than I should have, if that makes sense. Or whereas like I wasn't like playing comfortable, but like I was like feeling a bit too relaxed about the set. Um, because for context, I had played him out of the blue earlier this year and I won. Um, so and when I look back and think back about what I was feeling during the set was I would he definitely was making it hard for me to get openings, which is like good, just good like play by him. But I wasn't really, um, I definitely like wasn't like if he was gonna make it hard, I didn't like really try to like systematically like solve it like a puzzle or something. I was just kind of, I felt like my play communicated that I wanted it to be easy instead of like this guy is making it really hard. Yeah, if I could explain it, it's like this guy's like making it really hard for me to hit him, or like get an opening on him, and I just want it to be easy. And that is like the biggest point of frustration I've had with myself on this trip is like I feel like I completely I played like bad, but I also like kind of wasted the opportunity by like not I feel like in a way I like didn't really give him the respect of like trying to play out the interaction like a little bit with a little bit more complexity. I was kind of hoping and like just communicating like man, I really wish I could hit you. Surely maybe it's like it'll be easy to hit you, and then I would just get like stuffed out after like on like an anti-approach option, or like I would just do something that like doesn't even make sense. Like why would he even get hit by that? I like he would only get hit by that if he was like trolling, and he's just like obviously gonna like do some stuff like that if I just approach like this. But yeah, uh, that was a super disappointing point of the trip for me. Um, I really wish I. It's funny. I've been taking these fiction lessons, and I feel like I feel bad that I don't like listen to or like I don't know. Maybe I don't need to beat myself up too hard for like just having like a bad set, but it really feels like I wasted the opportunity by like hoping that it would just be an easy set. Even though like I don't I didn't think I would just beat him. I didn't even I definitely still didn't consider myself my favorite. He's like still like a much better player than me, even though I won before, but like I think my like instincts in that moment or and my like feelings were just like I want to hit him and I want it to be easy, and it's like that's not how high level melee works. I don't know why I approach the set like that really. Um, I don't really know exactly why. I think it might be related to other things, which I should probably get into now. Um, but I feel like recently, um, competition has been like really um difficult, and like straining might be like a bit of an overstatement because like it's not like it's not like I hate competition and I like don't want to do it and I feel like forced to do this challenge off of like me saying I would. Um, no, I still like want to compete. I still enjoy competing, but I feel like there has been some like internal feelings that have made it difficult. And I've been I've talked to Kadoran about it before, and he said it's just gonna be like hard to compete if you like don't resolve external things like which I agree with, but I think sometimes things aren't so simple that they could just be resolved. Um, and I think what I've been feeling lately about Melee is that I've been feeling like it's a very like lonely experience recently. And what I mean, I don't mean like I'm like feeling like lonely like socially, because like I I have so many friends I talk to every day, and I like every week I go to the local and I talk to people. So it's not like lonely in like a social aspect, but um I have been like feeling like don't I've been feeling difficulty um expressing like passion and like honestly like I've been feeling like difficulty trying to talk to people about like um what I enjoy or like what I've been doing. I don't know. I've just been feeling like I can't talk to other people about Melee. Um and like maybe it's like a bit presumptuous, but I feel like um in my local scene I'm like in a pretty unique spot where it's like um for like lack of a better way to explain it, because like this obviously won't sound right when it comes out, but it's like I feel like I care a lot and it like no one like really matches my um like energy and attitude about it like within my region and like people I talk to. And like when I step back it like doesn't really make sense. It's like you're talking to your people go to the local every week. You talk to the same people every week that are like still playing the game. How could you feel that way? But um yeah, that's how I feel. And like the way I guess I'll try to expand on it is like I don't really feel like um at least like at least like currently it doesn't really feel like to me that there's someone I could talk to like every day, like every moment is a bit of like an exaggeration, but like I really do wish to like spend like most of my time um talking about stuff related to the game and like um general like philosophy or like options or like what I've been working on or like what is cool or like cool things that are happening with other players. Uh and I just like haven't been feeling like people um maybe it's like me being too much in my own head, but it like doesn't really feel like there's people that I know currently that would like um be down to like engage with me like that. Um and maybe there's like it's entirely possible that there are people around me and I'm like not really giving them the chance. But from like me like trying to signal like stuff like this, it's like I haven't really gotten the reception from people around me that they would be interested in this kind of stuff. And it's like I'm not like trying to like say people don't fucking care about the game. It's like that's because that's just not true. But like in my from my perspective, it seems like people are like much people do love the game but are much happier for it to be like a smaller like fragment of their lives, and um that is like totally valid. I just wish there was someone who was like as invested as me and like I could like share my experiences and like journey with, because I don't know. I feel like I feel like I used to have that, but I didn't really take advantage of it back then because I just didn't really have the confidence to think I could like be someone who like I didn't have the confidence to think I could have this kind of investment, I guess, if that even makes sense. Like I didn't have the confidence to think I could have like opinions on what like what options I think are good or like what style I like want to create. I didn't have the confidence that I think I or like that I could like create a style, you know? So like I don't know, I really feel like I'm missing out on that right now. As I am like as invested as I am. Uh and there are like people that can, like I can still like get good competition and stuff. Like people are still really good. Um but my read and like my understanding of things around me is that like it's just like a much it's a meaningful thing to other people, but it's like I think no one it doesn't really feel like anyone around me is just obsessed for lack of a better word, and I would like for someone to be obsessed alongside me. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Um and it's and when I say like obsessed, it's like there are like people who like the game but like don't like competition, and like I don't know, I just really like all of it, and it's like I care about like the game, competing, making the tournament experience like better for people, like doing what I can to make the tournament experience better at my locals, contributing in that way. But I have been feeling a bit lonely. Um, that I don't think anyone. It feels so like fucked up of me to like be saying this. Maybe it's just because it feels a bit presumptuous, but this is just how I feel on my end. Um, and I'm not like trying to like communicate some shit like, oh, no one gives a fuck anymore. It's like people should give a fuck. I don't know. I understand. I definitely understand people's perspectives, and I think nobody's like really doing anything wrong. Um, and like it's entirely possible that I have just like kind of like overlooked people's capacity um on like how much they care, and like I it's on my end that I should be like communicating this kind of stuff. Um, but anyways, uh, that was a lot. So I guess like the TLDR is I've just been feeling a bit alone, and it definitely makes competing a lot harder because um I feel like I carry the weight of things alone. Like when I lose or like when I like don't do the things I like wanted to do, or like I like just didn't like implement things correctly, it feels like I don't really have a lot of people to talk to about it, so it like just kind of gets like kept inside, and like that feels really lonely and like bad. Um, but yeah, I definitely don't really want to keep experiencing the game like this. So I'm trying to figure out ways um, to address this, and hopefully I can find a way to like resolve it so I can feel like myself again when competing. Um, it's definitely I'm making an effort to try things like even like make like communicating this openly. I feel like is like a way to kind of like lessen all the weight, just like talk about it, and then like maybe people will be like, oh, I didn't really understand you felt that way. Um, and maybe I'll like be proven wrong on like what people are like what people's relationships are with the game, and like maybe people would totally like to hear what I have to say and like just like exchange ideas um and stuff like that. So I don't know. I've been kind of just honestly it seemed maybe it was like a bit desperate, but I was just like posting on Twitter like, hey, does anyone like want to be my friend and talk about the game? Um, and I think it's actually working. I have had like some conversations with people I wouldn't have expected to have conversations with, and just been talking to some people over this week, and it's been very pleasant. And I feel like it helps. It helps like keep things like engaging with the game fresh. Just like talking to new people, like not maybe like even like not having like the longest conversations, but um, I think it really helps me personally. And this could be like the direction of what I need. Just like talking to more people, and maybe like one of them evolves into like something that is like, oh, I'm actually like really sharing a journey with people. And that will be really cool. Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is like, um, I got this advice from a Rivals 2 player, Darai. He was at an ask that I was at for Fight of the Museum, uh, and I was like talking to him like I have to play against Dial M, and I don't really know I don't really know what I want to do in that set, and he was or like well I didn't say that. What I said was like uh dude I have to play against the 15-year-old DK. I'm freaking out. Um, and he was like, well, what you need to do is you need to like talk to someone right now and tell them what you want or like plan on doing in game. Like tell them your game plan right now. Just like write it down to someone. Uh, and I was like, that seems like really helpful, but I like don't really have anyone in mind to like just message like out of the blue right now. Um, and like I don't know, that advice has definitely stuck with me, and I'm like, man, this would be like really helpful. Um, if I could just like talk to someone and get like slight feedback. Um, I think that could like be like really helpful for me. To like really have like an idea in my mind of like what I want to do before or like before set instead of like sometimes figuring out some things out on the fly, or like not being as concrete as I want when I go into a set. Um, but yeah, uh, hopefully like just having more conversations with people or like just talking to people who show me that they're like happy to talk about stuff that I want to talk about. Um, and even like me, like I would love to like talk to anyone who like also wants to who's also been feeling like this. That like they like want to talk about melee, but like they don't like really have um people who who they feel like they can talk to about stuff like this. I definitely would like love to exchange ideas with anyone who like who cares really. I don't know. Anyone who has the time to just like have a conversation, exchange ideas, and like talk about what they've been feeling, like what they've been doing, because I think that shit goes a long way. Definitely helps you like maintain like a positive outlook on the game. Um, but yeah, hopefully that works out for me. Um, man, uh, this is a long fucking video. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one, where this video is coming out from more of like a, it's definitely a lot more of a vulnerable kind of talk, which I think is good. It's definitely good to get feelings out, um, instead of like kind of sitting on them. And I'm definitely happy that I have the courage to sit down and talk about what I've been feeling and like not feel super self-conscious about it. I'm happy that I'm in a position where uh, I feel comfortable doing this. Maybe I wouldn't have felt comfortable doing this like some some amount of years ago. Uh, but yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. Uh, I hope some of this was entertaining for you to listen to or like insightful. But yeah.